A woman's battle with a potentially deadly eating disorder has turned into a battle with her insurance company.
Parents of children at 2 more elementary schools want to know why their schools were added to the Grand Rapids closing list.
They just don't come in with many child restraint violations.
And that's our top story. A new report shows the push to keep kids safe in automobiles is really paying off. Good evening, everybody. Thanks for inviting us in. I'm Tom VanHowe.
And I'm Suzanne Geha. Fewer kids are dying as the result of auto accidents. New federal figures show the number of children killed in crashes last year was the lowest in 36 years. 24-hour News 8's Joe LaFurgey is live in Grand Rapids with more on the efforts to make the roads safer for our kids. Joe, this is pretty good news, I'd say.
It is, Susie, and one of the major components in all this effort, of course, you see them right here, the child safety seats. You see them all the time in all kinds of public information about kids' safety. Of course, the thing is, you can't just throw them in your back seat. They have to be installed properly, and one local community is really going the extra mile to make sure all that safety is available. Holland Police Sergeant Mark Boss cruising a local parking lot. But it's not the typical bad guy Boss is looking for.
You want me to inspect your car seat a minute? Make sure you got a good seat and everything?
On any given day, certain Holland officers trained as child safety seat inspectors volunteer their expertise to make sure kids are safe.
See here, it's too loose.
The City of Holland and Ottawa County Sheriff's Department have put a major emphasis on making sure kids are riding safe, and much of it involves public education. Child safety seat checks sponsored by the Lakeshore Safe Kids Coalition have attracted hundreds of parents each time they're held. And then there's the random check in a store parking lot. It's especially important in Holland, where language barriers sometimes have to be overcome to get the message across, as in this case.
See how much better that is?
Yeah.
See, it doesn't move.
No move?
You know, you can hang a ticket on somebody, but if they still don't learn or you don't rectify the problem and turn them loose with the car seat improperly installed, what good have you done?
But while the emphasis is on public education, Boss says the ticket option can still be a handy tool. Boss says it's one thing for an officer to find a seat not properly installed, another if it appears the parent simply ignores the laws meant to secure a child in a vehicle.
Where they will get a ticket for if the infant or the child standing on the front seat or in the back seat. Obviously, the parent or guardian, whoever has the child, hasn't made any attempts to put him in a child restraint.
Other safety notes: make sure your child under the age of 13 sit in the back seat. That is very important, of course, with airbags. A couple other tips: if you have an infant that is under 20 pounds, the seat, the booster seat, this child safety seat needs to face backwards. Over 20 pounds, 20 to 49 pounds, they can face forward. And if you have one of those kids that really isn't quite big enough for a seatbelt yet, this is handy. Any kid under 4'9" should be in a booster seat. This makes sure that that seatbelt fits correctly over the chest and keeps them safe. We're live in Kentwood. Joe LaFurgey, 24-hour News 8.
Good tips, and we hope they're all helping to keep those numbers down, Joe. Thanks very much.
It appears they are.
All righty.
Well, it can be hard to remember all the things Joe just told you, so taking a few extra minutes to keep your kids safe is a great idea. And you have a couple of opportunities coming up to learn more about how to use the seats for the kids at what age. Wednesday, May 1st, there's a car seat safety check at Sharp Sarah Chevrolet on Highland Drive in Hudsonville. That goes from 5 until 8 o'clock p.m. Saturday, May 18th, they'll be checking safety seats at R.E. Barber Ford on 8th Street in Holland, just off US 31, from 9 until noon. For more information on those locations, go to our website at woodtv.com.
I know every time we've launched campaigns all around West Michigan, they have had so many people flocking to it, they couldn't even get through all the people.
That's right. I wish more people got involved, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, so it's been successful. Well, parents say the latest addition to the Grand Rapids school closing plan came as a big shock to them, and now they're trying to stop it.
And we're going to have more on that in a moment, but first we're going to check in with Storm teammates Craig James in the Forecast Center, that great Forecast Center with more. Hey, Craig.
That's right. It has been a great day today, too, here in West Michigan. Bright sunshine, and that has certainly been most welcome. A little on the cool side, but with the April sun, didn't feel too bad. But let's take a look outside at our Bridgewater sky cam, and you can see looking south down the river, there's not a cloud. That's a nice blue sky. Trees are turning green. Looks as if most of them survived the cold morning we had this morning. But let's take a look at our county-by-county forecast then. If you're going out this evening, skies will stay clear until certainly well after sunset. Temperatures may dip to the upper 30s north and northeast of Grand Rapids, about 40 to 42 elsewhere. Sunset 8:34 in Grand Rapids now. Southern counties, temperatures low 40s, maybe mid-40s along the Michigan-Indiana border. temperature and a lot of sunshine until it sets a little after 8:30, and then just a few clouds later tonight. So we do have another warm day coming up tomorrow, warmer than today, but that's the last warm day this week.
So have fun while you can.
That's right.
Okay, thank you, Craig.
You bet.
By a 7-2 vote, based on the recommendations of the principals involved, the Grand Rapids Board of Education decided to close East Leonard and Beckwith Elementaries. Tonight, parents get a chance to hear why. 24-hour News 8's Brett Thomas is live at one of the schools with more. Brett.
Tom, right now there's a meeting going on at Beckwith Elementary. In about half an hour, there'll be a meeting going on here at West Leonard, where parents will get a chance to discuss with school principals a planned merger with Eastern Elementary.
East Leonard is now on the chopping block. It, along with Beckwith, scheduled to merge into Eastern. It was the idea of the school's principals, hoping to help out an embattled school district, but it's not a popular one with some of the parents.
It's crazy. It's totally crazy. And they need to get together and come up with something better than this.
Ina Brown has 3 kids at East Leonard. Barbara Morris has 2.
I don't think it's a good idea. My kid's been going here and I love it. We came from Kentwood because of the school and because of the education.
Both plan to attend tonight's meeting, where the school principal hopes to change their minds. It'll be a tough sell. Ina and Barbara both saw what can happen when parents work to save a school. Look at West Leonard, they say. And they plan to do the same at East.
Now, I should mention off here real quickly that I meant to say meeting's going on here at East Leonard, not at West Leonard. Didn't mean to scare a lot of parents out there that worked very hard to keep their school open. Principal Shelley Otten says this idea does make sense, though. If East Leonard stays open next year, he'll have to deal with about a 40% reduction in the school supply budget and a 35% staff reduction. She says the kids would be better served to go to school at Eastern. We're live here in Grand Rapids. Brett Thomas, News 8.
Okay, thank you, Brett.
Yeah.
The Muskegon County prosecutor plans to launch an investigation of the man who runs the area's air show. Terry Grievous oversees the Muskegon Airport and the annual airfair. The prosecutor calls that a conflict of interest, since Grievous, a county employee, has collected thousands of dollars in bonuses from the nonprofit group that organizes the event.
I'm extremely concerned that these large amounts of cash were given to a public employee for duties that are at least tangentially related to his obligations as the airport director.
The county attorney found no wrongdoing, although he does think the practice should be stopped. Grievous was out of town and did not return a phone call, but he told the local paper he feels he deserves the money.
Well, the second time around has proved to be a charm for MDOT.
Up next, find out why workers will go around the clock to finish the I-196 project when your 24-hour News 8 continues.
Storm Team 8 is always working, always watching, always ready.
This is the new Storm Team 8 Forecast Center. It's designed for severe weather coverage to give you dependable information when you need it most.
With Storm Team 8's live Doppler network, the largest team of meteorologists, and 10 sky cams all across West Michigan, you can count on Storm Team 8 for accurate information and the earliest warning. You put your trust in us.
Let us put our experience to work for you.
Discover more ways to renew your home this week at Kohl's. Come into Kohl's and save on Martex Supima sheets, twin just $9.99. Save on Villager bath towels, only $7.99. Serve the perfect meal with 30% savings on all spring garden dinnerware. And brighten up your home with 35% savings on all spring candles. Discover more brand names, more styles, and more ways to renew your home for spring this week at Kohl's. Kohl's, that's more like it.
Landscape your home and don't pay till 2003. Now at Menards. Create a colorful retaining wall with these 12 by 4-inch concrete blocks. They just stack into place. On sale in 10 colors, just $138 each. Add privacy with a super selection of pre-assembled fence panels. Choose from a 6 by 8 foot stockade panel or 4 by 8 treated dog ear panel. On sale $15.99 each. Plus, don't pay till 2003. Now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Live from Wood TV 8, West Michigan's news leader, Suzanne Geha, Tom VanHowe, meteorologist Craig James, and Jack Doles with sports. 24-hour News 8 continues.
Grand Rapids City workers may be safe from layoffs after all. The city had estimated a $12 million budget shortfall in the next fiscal year, but city officials have been able to close the gap in that shortfall by belt tightening in most city departments and by dipping into the city's rainy day fund to the tune of about $2.2 million. Now, city officials say doesn't anticipate laying off any employees. However, the city will be cutting 16 jobs, but those are already unfilled positions that have remained empty. City Manager Kurt Kimball says cuts in overtime and travel also helped, and the fact that 27 employees have applied for early retirements.
I-196 commuters will not have to put up with detours as long as we all thought we would. This morning, Grand Rapids City Commissioners approved a plan allowing MDOT to work at night on the project. It's expected to cut the project completion date by 6 weeks. Commissioners had banned most nighttime work earlier this year, but MDOT worked with neighbors to limit noise from the nighttime work, and now it's going to get done, and the sooner the better.
A beautiful but slightly chilly day today. Can't complain, however.
Oh, it's a gorgeous day. Storm Chas's Craig James is up next with a complete forecast.
24-hour News 8, honored by the Michigan Associated Press's highest award for general excellence.
Groceries, healthy groceries, from soup to nuts. Harvest Health Foods has everything you need in one healthy place.
Healthy groceries, healthy supplements, healthy values. That's Harvest Health Foods.
Love playing around with stuff? Then get into Best Buy, where you can play around as long as you'd like. Actually, that's half the fun. Best Buy. Go ahead, turn on the fun.
This is Alan. He has cancer. This is Sarah. They've been together 46 years.
Way to go, sweetheart. Now go get it.
This is the number they called when he was diagnosed, so they could get answers to their questions.
Kiss that ball.
So they could get through this together. This is the American Cancer Society. This is who to call for help.
I love you.
I got a new job in a new city. I wanted to bank when and where it was convenient for me. Gary at National City took care of it. I've got ATMs everywhere, free checking, a Visa check card, and online banking. Gary understood me, but that's no surprise, because the people at National City don't see me like this. They see me for who I really am. I'm Brian Spencer, and my bank is National City.
Get a wired world of entertainment and information from Charter Communications.
Order Charter Digital Cable and get free installation and the Digital Complete Basic Package for just $49.95 a month. Digital Cable gives you up to 150 channels, impulse pay-per-view, and 45 CD quality music channels. Stuck in a dish contract? Ask about our dish buyback offer. Get Digital Cable for only $49.95 a month. Call 1-800-CABLE-ME today.
Get information and entertainment in one great package from Charter Communications.
This portion of 24-Hour News 8 is brought to you by State Farm Insurance.
Well, this isn't a really great weather pattern we have coming up here over the next several days, so enjoy this evening and again at least about the first half of the day tomorrow. But let's take a look at where we are right now. We're up to our high for the day in Grand Rapids at 53 this evening. Dew point's fairly low, giving us a low relative humidity at 38%. Barometer going down. Northerly breeze, they're just light and variable at the current time, and we have had no rainfall or snow here during the day today. Pollen counts just up into the high category today and also expected to be there on Thursday. Again, it's tree pollen, maple, poplar, cedar trees, that sort of thing, and they'll be around for a while now. Temperatures are in the low to mid-50s in most of the viewing area. A little cooler there in Muskegon with the wind off the water at 48. Water temperatures now back down to around 40 out there along Lake Michigan shore. We've been nice and sunny all day. We've been watching these clouds over in Wisconsin slowly moving east, but as they move into the drier air, they're all evaporating, so we should stay clear throughout most of the evening. I think these clouds will stay to our south, so there should be a very nice sunset here. again, a little after 8:30. Off to our west, cold frontal system going to be moving our way. There is quite a bit of warm air out here in the plain states out ahead of it. In fact, temperatures have climbed into the 80s all the way up into South Dakota, but you can see it quickly falls into the 40s behind that front. I think we can make 60s here tomorrow with a south wind, provided the showers hold off till tomorrow afternoon, and I think that is the best bet. So let's take a look at our forecast for tonight. Northern part of the viewing area will see some outlying temperatures into the upper 30s. Grand Rapids probably stopping around 40, and that'll occur around or a little after midnight, and the temperatures will go up a little towards morning. Same thing in the southern counties. These lows will be just a little after midnight. It will be a bit warmer than that towards daybreak tomorrow morning. So by tomorrow evening, cold front will be at our front door. I think we'll see some showers in the afternoon and evening into early tomorrow night. Best bet for thunderstorms will be to our south, and then colder air is going to come in behind this system, and there will be another low come out of the southwest for the weekend, unfortunately with some more rain with it. So let's check for tomorrow. I think we'll start out with a little sun, but afternoon showers will be developing. Should just get into the 60s in the northern part of the viewing area, though. It'll get a little breezy in the afternoon, about 15 to 25. Maybe as high as mid-60s in the southern counties, again, after morning sun. And out on the lake, southerly breezes picking up to 15 to 30 knots. Waves will increase to about 3 to 4 feet during the afternoon. So my Storm Team 8 5-day forecast. Showers tomorrow afternoon and to early tomorrow night. Then a cold front will come through. A very chilly, probably a rather windy day on Thursday, maybe an afternoon sprinkle. Dry but cool Friday, below freezing, and some rain expected over the weekend. So not as nice as we'd like it to be, I'm afraid.
So it goes.
So it goes, yes.
All right, thank you, Craig. After winning a fight against a dangerous disease, a West Michigan woman has taken up a new battle.
Up next, an in-depth look at her fight to get her insurance company to pay up.
Do-it-yourselfers looking for the right tools can find them at the Dodge Spring Cleanup event, where you can clean up with great products, great protection, and great values, including 7-year, 100,000-mile engine and transmission protection. Plus, current Gold Key lease customers can end their lease up to 4 months early when they get a new Dodge. The Dodge Spring Cleanup event. Ford, GM, Honda, and Toyota don't match it.
Nothing gets it done like a Dodge.
Now for the backyard.
Go Mazda. Grand Rapids' newest Mazda dealer is now open. Hurry in during the grand opening celebration. Take a test drive and get a flat of beautiful bedded flowers. Go Mazda has a huge selection, plus the hassle-free prices clearly marked on every car. Test drive any new Mazda and take home these beautiful flowers. All factory incentives and current market conditions are included, and the lowest possible price is marked on every car. At Go Mazda, you always get the best price first. Go Mazda, right behind Sam's Club on 28th Street in Grand Rapids. Wood TV 8, connecting with West Michigan. Be a hero for the tiniest babies and support the March of Dimes. Form a Walk America team and join Wood TV 8 on April 27th at Craig's Cruisers, or check our website for a complete list of locations. Walk America helps the March of Dimes support research and education to give every baby the chance for a healthy start. Join Walk America 2002. Wood TV 8, connecting with West Michigan, supported by our community partners.
Moolah, greenbacks, cold hard cash. Whatever you call it, Chevy's rolling great offers your way. GM employees move into spring with over $2,000 cash back or 0% APR financing. Or current Chevy Smart Lease lessees can use their $750 loyalty cash and lease a 2002 Malibu for $185 a month. Residency restrictions apply. Call for important lease details. So stop in, visit, come on through. Whatever you call it, get into your West Michigan Chevy dealer.
In depth tonight, after a 22-year battle with bulimia, a Holland woman received a rude awakening.
So now one woman's fight for survival has turned into a battle with her insurance company. Here's 24-hour News 8's Rachel Ruiz.
Jill Baird sits in her sunny living room, finding comfort in crocheting. The small loops and patterns creating a rhythm that keeps her mind focused. She does it because it keeps her from thinking of other things, like the pattern of bulimia woven tight through the last 22 years of her life.
My self-esteem was low.
Jill's bulimia began at 14, a constant pattern of binging and purging food, and of using laxatives in college.
And it got to the point where I was up to 30 to 50 laxatives a day. And I remember having to steal them. And if you want to kill yourself fast, that's the way to take it.
But after almost 2 decades of counseling and failed treatments, Jill decided she'd had enough.
She was referred to me for outpatient therapy.
Geha worked with Jill for the past year, together reducing the symptoms of bulimia, but not totally fixing the problem.
I knew I was killing myself. I knew, but I just couldn't stop myself. I tried so hard so many times.
I think the 60-day stay was necessary in order for her to really put this behind her.
And so Jill, a 14-year employee of Holland's Donnelly Corporation, a supplier of automotive parts, began contacting human resource officials about checking into a hospital specializing in eating disorders. Donnelly decided to send Jill in for an evaluation to a doctor who determined Jill did not need hospitalization. But Jill says she'd already tried programs recommended by the company, and none worked.
I decided I had to go anyway.
On January 7th of this year, Jill headed to Rogers Memorial Hospital in Wisconsin. Unfortunately, treatment for bulimia doesn't come cheap. A 60-day stay cost $30,000. When Jill arrived back in Holland, her eating disorder behind her, the money battle began.
Basically because my life is worth it.
Donnelly agreed to pay for half of Jill's hospital expenses, but Jill had also been gone for 3 months, 2 in treatment and 1 month at home. Jill wanted to get short-term disability. Her doctor submitted a form on her behalf, but Donnelly approved her for only 3 weeks instead of 3 months.
You know, I love that company. They've been so good to me, but with respect to this, I just felt like they were telling me that my life it's not worth it.
Donnelly representatives would not go on camera, but they say Jill chose treatment outside their coverage plan. They add short-term disability is paid based on diagnosis-specific guidelines, which they would not reveal. In citing confidentiality reasons, the company would not explain why it gave Jill 3 weeks' pay, but no more than that. Donnelly's health coverage is a self-insured plan, meaning instead of paying premiums to an outside insurance company, it has its own plan. Reps for the auto parts supplier also say, "We believe Donnelly has generous coverage for health care and behavioral health mental illness coverage."
Insurance typically will cover physical disorders much more readily than it will mental disorders.
Dr. Scott Vanderlyn says health coverage for eating disorders and illnesses like alcoholism and depression often vary. He says in the last decade, insurance companies have made drastic attempts to reduce costs. Healthcare has changed dramatically.
If you don't show some resistance to some claims, and there's some claims that appear to be a little bit more in a gray area than others, if an insurer doesn't show some resistance there, then they won't be as competitive.
It's very vague, and that's why I continue to fight.
It really takes a situation like this where one person is affected by it and fights for it.
Jill admits her insurance struggles have made recovery more difficult. The lack of control making her all the more susceptible to falling into those old and familiar patterns. But she has not buckled to the pressure, and she says she will not buckle to the fight.
Because, like I said, I think this is a worthwhile cause. I'm worthwhile. This disorder is worthy of attention.
In Holland, Rachel Ruiz, 24-hour News 8 in-depth.
If you need more information, would like to read more about bulimia, go to our website, woodtv.com.
Coming up next, he is the captain, and he is living up to the job.
Next in sports, Jack Doles takes a look at Steve Eiserman's